Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for January 8th. We are looking at the pound US dollar pair. This pair, I've drawn a trend line on the day time frame. It looks even cleaner than that. Let me zoom in and show you. We have basically three lows that have tagged, created this trend line. We're looking for a break of that to the downside using a risk to reward of 1-to-1 on this one and looking for it to come down about 30 pips or so, depending on when it actually triggers. About 30, I guess 26 pips to the downside, depending on when it triggers. Of course, if it triggers a little bit later in the day, it could skew that to some degree, especially on the 15-minute time frame. Let me zoom out a little bit. We can get a better look at this. There we go. If it dropped right now, we'd gain about 22. But depending on when in the session, it could be, 25, and as time goes by, even a greater amount. So that is what we're looking for in the pound US dollar pair. The fact that it's gone for several days, the lows have been getting higher. If we do get a break to the downside, I believe we'll be able to scoop that up fairly quick. Now, in the US Japanese yen pair, if you've followed over the past three sessions, past 3 days, we had a trade that was triggered. You can see here was triggered, hit our first target, has hit our second target, closed way below that, and is on its way fairly close to hitting our third target, which was at 86.74. The low so far during this brand new session has been 86.81. So just about 7 pips off of hitting our second target. It's found a little bit of resistance and it's pulling back some, but hopefully we'll see it clear that during this next session. Now, as far as where we think the market potentially could go, well, first let's talk about news announcements real quick. For tomorrow, we don't have any significant news announcements going into Wednesday's session. So the US Japanese yen pair, looking for it to potentially go as high as 88.10, possibly as low as 86.24. Look for some resistance to the upside around 87.75 and look for some support around 86.25. Now, the Euro USD pair, this pair closed down during this last session. Its lows have been getting higher as well. Look for it to potentially go as high as 131.88, possibly as low as 130.12. Look for some resistance around 131.50 and look for some support around 130.50. Now, the pound US dollar pair, look for this pair to potentially go as high as 161.70, possibly as low as 106,000, which is right around our target. Our target's about 7 pips above that. Look for some resistance to the upside around 159.64 and look for some support to the downside around the 160 on that. Our downside, as far as range goes, sorry, this is at 159.64, support at 16,000. Now, the US Swiss, this pair closed higher, does have a lower low, but did close up. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9286, possibly as low as 0.9165. Look for some resistance around 0.9265 and look for some support around 0.9195. Okay, well, that pretty much wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.